they gon' try to divide us, but we've always been fighters. See, we come tighter and tighter. I think it's time to unite us. Maybe we could try peace and more love and share light with the world like the warm sun. And maybe we could slow it down just a little bit and just breathe for a minute. If we could all just breathe for a minute, slow it down and just breathe for a minute. Look around and take time to count blessings. Worry less about the things that stress you. If we could all just breathe for a minute, slow it down and just breathe for a minute. Cause what we doing ain't making no difference. Thinking maybe we should try something different.
With great pleasure, I'd like to introduce this week's guest, James David Calderon.
You got it, man. Nailed it.
I was worried about that. I really was, man.
Nailed it, man. Like a carpenter. Nailed it.
Once again, thanks for coming. Thanks for being a part of this.
Yeah, thanks for having me, man. I'm happy to be a part of it, man.
Yeah.
I love what you guys do, man. I love the reaction videos and everything, man. And I do gotta be honest, man. I gotta get on the podcast.
I was gonna bring that up, actually. You know what I mean?
I gotta check you guys out on the podcast. How's that going, by the way?
It's great. We just did episode 9, and we did. Actually, we're just talking about all about music and being indie and shit for this past episode.
Oh.
So what he's referring to is the Ice Cream Donut podcast.
Ice Cream Donut, yes.
Oh yeah, dude. We'd love to have you on. For real, man.
I'll be happy to be on, man. But yeah, I'm happy we get to enjoy it. Happy Friday, man.
Yeah, happy Friday to you. And speaking of Friday, what's happening right now?
Shit, man, we're dropping a new song, man. Called the Realness, featuring one of my old friends, man. His name is Track, aka Track Star.
Okay.
He used to be a DJ back in the day, but he's an artist now. With Rude Entertainment. Shout out to Rude Entertainment. But I got him on the track, and it's a dope song, man. So yeah. Already getting tons of love from it, so no complaints here.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what's up, man. I'll start off, man. You're a real positive dude, man. You can hear it in your music. Kayla, Melody K says hello.
Yes. Oh, yes. Tell Melody I said what's up, man. I was gonna ask how she was doing.
Oh, great, man. She's killing it, dude. She put a show together last month. All by herself and shit. It's awesome. Great.
She looks like she's been having some fun on TikTok lately, too.
Oh, yeah. You already know. How long have you been making music?
Oh, let's see, man. A cool while, man. Like 24, 25 years.
Holy shit.
A long time, man. A really long time. Bro.
Hell yeah. What can you tell me about the beginning of when you started?
Right. Right. So the beginning, I want to say it all started with the movie. First of all, my whole family's like super talented. Like we were always singing and dancing, acting. I did all of that stuff when I was young. My mom had me like in a little company too. But in 1992, I moved from New York City to Arcata, California, which is Humboldt County.
Shout out.
Shout out to Humboldt County, no doubt. So I linked up with a homie of mine, aka Josh Liederman, aka Underrated from Potluck.
Big shout out.
And shout out to Underrated. And we saw a movie called Juice back in the day, Tupac, right?
Hell yeah.
So after that movie, with GQ and all, we wanted to be DJs. So he kicked it off first, and he was ill on the tables. Oh, yeah. And so then I got on it. Then we ended up linking with One Ton, from the group as well. Yeah. And One Ton used to have like these gatherings once a week at his house, where we would go to his house. He'd have his DJ set up, and we would go there and just practice DJ.
Okay.
Yeah, he was DJ One Ton, so he, his name hasn't changed much. And then Underrated was DJ Baby J, and then don't laugh, bro. My name was DJ Peekaboo. Why I decided to go with that name, I don't even know, but I just did.
Here, man.
We were joined to to the music. We had just like local artists come over and freestyle, and I was like, I think one day I was like, shit, I want to do that. Got on the mic, and everybody was like, damn, just freestyling and just feeling the music. I feel like that's like the seed was planted then. That's when I was like, oh, okay, yeah, this is something, man. This is something I want to do. And then, fast forward some years, Josh and James, One Ton, started the Lost Coast Productions label, and then separate artists on their label under James Boy.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
kind of like I don't know if you remember any of that stuff, but
Yeah, now, are you talking about those albums?
yeah. So
Of course, dude. Hell yeah, dude. When I was, I think I was in high school when they came out, and that shit, I don't know what it was, but you know, because people come out all the time, but Potluck, y'all, all of y'all,
right,
had just a different it. It was just an it
right.
factor, and I was like, damn, I don't know what made stand out about y'all, but it was a good combination. It was a good combination.
And the chemistry, back then was real cool, man. And we were just some kids in love with music, really.
Yeah.
Um, and we stayed true to that, I mean, and we were like, for the most part, always rapped about or sang about just whatever the fuck was going on in our lives. Yeah, so that's kind of how that got started. They helped me to release my own solo album. I'm on every single Potluck album they've ever made together. Just homies, along the way. Things have changed a little bit, but I still got love for both of them, man. They, we were family. We came up together. So
There you go,
yeah,
man.
that's kind of how I got started, and then I just, took my little breaks, man. Life kind of gets a little crazy, and
Oh, yeah.
shit, about a year and a half ago, I just was like, I was going through some shitty times in life, and I was like, let's get back to it
I'm
and
glad you did. I'm glad.
release, fire right now.
Oh, yeah, dude. I mean, and that's, and I put it at the beginning, and I'll have one at the end. Like what you hear is what you get. That's positivity. It's talent. It's just like I don't know, like bouncy. It's just like there's like, how people are like, oh, for certain moods, for certain things. Like, well, if you want to just probably get out of a stumper, or if you just feel good and
Right.
you wanna, like play your shit, man. 'Cause that
Thanks,
really,
man. Thank you. I feel like, thanks, bro. That means a lot. Seriously,
well,
I feel like just kind of just anything I kind of ever done, be like I feel like I'm just not always on that level, man. I probably have a lot. Basically, thank my mom for a lot of that, mentality. She's been through a lot, so she's always been just a half full, the glass half full kind of girl. That's kind of how I am as a dude. So anything I've ever done, whether it's been music, teaching, friendships, mentorships, life coaching, anything like that, that's just always been a part of my shit. So with
yeah,
the music, it's just like I think at this point I've realized, I'm definitely a little older. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like I'm not like, hey, let's blow. Like, when I'm
right,
in my
right,
20s, I'm like, let's go. I want, let's blow. Fortune and fame. Where now it's like, I'm a family man, and I'm like, I just don't want to die with this music still inside of me, and I want to put out good music. Where now it's like I'm a little more focused, and I know where I'm at. It's like, man, I just want to put out, music with a message. I know that, in the industry, it may not be like the coolest thing, but at the same time, I'm seeing like an awakening going on, man, in the world.
yeah,
Music's starting to change. People are starting to really just be themselves, and
yeah, oh, yeah, yeah.
it's popping. It's starting to flow even to the mainstream. Just people are like being themselves, and it's shining. So I'm just kind of like, be you. That my niche is be you. My niche is the truth. My niche is speak on things that people can really friggin' relate to. Not
Yeah.
that I respect that other stuff because I came up on that other stuff. I still bump all of that shit. But yeah, that's just I know my lane, and I'm cool with my lane, man. And that's my lane. Music with a message, man. Just positivity.
Well, you carved it out real nice, dude. You really did. I like it. Melody K likes it. She's one who was like, "Hey, we need to do reaction to this," and ever since I was like, "You stuck, man. You stuck." And I've heard you. That's the one
Right,
thing I've heard you on every one of their damn albums. You know what I
right,
mean? So,
right. Yeah, no doubt. Nah, man. Thank you.
see, oh,
It's
you're welcome.
always nice to have fans, man. And that reaction video was tight.
I appreciate that, man. We both do, for sure, man. How would you describe your style of music if you haven't basically tried to sum it up with whatever we all just said, you know?
Man, I know, huh? Like, shut up, man. You're taking away my questions here. Uh, I mean, there's always going to be a message. And when
Yeah.
I say positivity, I'm not always on some like foo-foo positivity
No,
stuff.
I don't think you are.
Like, it's like some like real life shit. that I'm going through. You know, so I think when I first came back out into, you know, started making professional music again, and I dropped my first single in August of 2020. The song was called Breathe. Honestly, I wrote that before the George Floyd um, thing that was going on for a while. Shit, that is still fucking going on.
Yeah,
But
definitely, yeah.
you know, just the social injustices that were going on in the world at that time. I wrote it. I wrote it before that. That song, "Breathe," was basically about just where the world was at the time, where I was at, like in my life, where I felt like I was just so overwhelmed with life in general, you know. And sometimes we could get to a point in life where we just like feel like we're moving and we're busy, but we're not doing shit. You know, we're just kind of around in circles. I was unhappy in the relationship that I was in, and let it be known that I take 100% responsibility for the bullshit that I brought to that relationship. You know what I'm saying? But you know, unhappy with myself just overall. Was working menial jobs that I was way overqualified for.
Mm-hmm.
Um, you know, just not in a happy time of my life. And on top of that, I snapped my leg in half. so
Oh,
I,
man.
so life was like pouring down on me, and I was like, but it was such a blessing because I was like, you know, let me use this time to kind of just breathe for a minute, just be, just kind of like assess where I'm at, you know, and you know, shine a light on, you know, the bullshit, my own bullshit, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
Shine a light on you know, things that I needed to heal from the past and stuff like that. So real life shit, you know, my style is kind of just real life, but you know, that was the first song that I came out to, and then it so happened to be I wasn't going to be the first single, but then it so happened to be that I was like, well, the world is right there with me right now, you know, where it's like, man, we need to chill. We need to get off the treadmill for a little bit. We had no choice, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, no, we all, yeah. I was
like
gonna say, like, yeah.
everything just came to a halt, but
Mm-hmm.
it was like a gift, bro, you know. And so for me, I was like, that was the song I needed to put out. um but you know, long story short, bro, just my music is about, you know, whatever's kind of going on in my life, but I always find a way to flip it positive, right? Because it's like a lot of the I don't know why life is set up this way, but a lot of the bullshit and the struggles that we deal with is, and the fear that we you know encounter in our lives, and in our psyche, bro, is like I feel like the beauty is always on the other side of that, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So it's like, so my song is always gonna have like a little bit of struggle, but then it's like, but there's light at the end of a tunnel, bro. It's like a movie. It's like I'm taking my audience with me, but just sharing my life, you
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
like.
dude. I think it's beautiful. I really do. What I wanted to bring up is you said you're responsible for what you think, say, and do.
Yes.
And these are like, I just like how you say all these things and they pop into my head and I can relate.
Right.
Because you also say we all make mistakes and all this, and it's just like, I don't hear you ever. I mean, maybe you did before, but you know what I mean? I don't hear how you are as an artist now saying some shit like, yeah, I'm gonna go holla at some bitches. And you know what I mean? You just, that's
Right.
just being positive doesn't mean, like you're saying, being poo poo. It just means like, I think it's mature. I think what you're doing in your music right now,
Right.
super mature, right? You know what I mean?
Thank you. Yeah. Definitely, man. And I wasn't always this mature, you know. I
Oh,
mean,
well.
we
Yeah,
grow up. I mean, you've been making music for a long time too. It's like we grow up with
oh,
the music. You know what I'm saying? Like the shit that I was rapping about back in the days, like partying, and that was cool. That was a part of my life too. But even then, there was a positive twist to it.
right, right.
In that person. But you know, you kind of grow. You know, you grow with the music, man. It's that's just where I'm at. You know, now where it's like, and I'm so grateful that I'm able to. Because I think there's a lot of dope artists out there that have a lot of dope positive things to say. But the thing about being sometimes positive in a song and people won't listen to it, it's just, it doesn't make one of people go like this.
Mm.
You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? So I'm like, yo, how could I tie in, you know, a dope message, but at the same time, like people can't deny that the beat is fire. You
Right,
know,
right.
it's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
and what I'm saying is always gonna be like something that's gonna hit. So like that definitely took me a while to get to, uh,
Right.
but you know, being able to make my own beats, now to what I know sounds dope, but then being able to like, I'm just blessed, man, to come up with these like little catchy tunes, but actually like say something, man, that's gonna hit people to the core. At least get them thinking a little bit, but at the same time, it's like, some, they're bobbing, they're bumping in their car, and they feel good. I want people to come away from my music or any experience they got with me feeling good.
I'm gonna give this new segment called Bump It or Dump It.
Okay.
Be real.
Bump it.
Of course, right? Casey and JoJo.
Bump the shit out of
That's what I'm talking about, right?
that.
I can hear songs like, man, this man had to have had some Jodeci, had something in his life.
Heavily influenced, brother. Heavily.
Lil Dicky.
I don't bump it in my car,
Right,
but I got respect for what Lil Dicky does. So
okay, that's what's up.
You know what? If we're gonna keep it real to what you're doing, I'm gonna say dump it for me.
There you go.
But his shit is dope. Like his lyrics is dope, and what he's doing is dope.
Yeah, said the same thing about Logic last time. That's the other one. Nothing wrong with him, but Homeboy was just like, nothing wrong.
I hear that.
All right, last two, and I feel like I know the answers to these. The Fugees.
Oh, bump it for sure.
Right. How could you not, man? All right, and Jurassic 5.
Pump it.
That's what I'm talking about. I'm glad you know who they are, man.
Yeah, I mean, but we were coming up, Potluck. We were coming up when they were doing their thing. So like, they were superstars to us, and we had the the blessing and the honor of doing some shows with them, along the journey, man. And every single one of them are cool, man. And they just super humble dudes. So I'm biased,
Ain't nothing wrong with that, man.
You know what I'm saying? So definitely bump that for sure.
Yeah, okay. Well, there you go, man. That was Bump It or Dump It, brother.
I like that segment, man.
Thanks, man. I was had this for a long time, and I was like, where the hell can I put that interviews, man? Ask these artists, who you bumping? Who you dumping, man?
That's dope. Hey, yeah. Have you bumped that new J. Cole yet?
I haven't. I have not.
I'm not gonna say too much other than it's about time. But man, it's fire. It's fire.
Well, it always is. I feel like, man. The last few that I've heard of him, I mean, I ain't been mad, but I've read more about it than I've heard because I try to make it to where when I listen to music, I'm either driving or like doing the lawn. Because my lawn takes like fucking 2 hours to do. Yeah. So I got plenty of time to, Since we did that, this goes hand in hand with this question, I'd say.
Yeah, let's hear it.
Who are your biggest influences?
Music-wise?
I mean,
just in life?
I usually say music-wise, but I feel like sometimes it could be like someone close to you that influences you to do it. So.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I mean, let's see. Maybe I'll touch on both, man. I mean, my mom is probably like my biggest influence. Shout out to Rachel.
Shout out.
She, single mom coming up, living in New York City. She's been through a lot in life, and she has just continued to over and over, and even today is just such a warrior on so many different levels, bro. And she's like, and she's so kind and like generous to people, bro. And like people that really don't deserve it, but she's still just like, she has so much like compassion for people that she's just a huge influence, man. It's like, there's times I'll be like, let go of that shit, mom. Like later for that clown, but she's just like, nah, we don't know what their struggle is, and so it reminds me to like be a little bit more compassionate in my life to change, because we all judge people a little bit, right? But it's like to change my little judgy ways and kind of move them into compassion. It doesn't mean I want to kick it with them, but it means like, okay, maybe I can understand where that might come from, and I get that from my mom, man. She's big on that, and so and then also anytime that I'm like really going through it in life. I just think of her, bro. I just think about what she's been through, and I'm like, all right, James, you need to pull your pants up, homie, and lace up the boots, cause I mean,
if she was doing it, you know what I mean, she was roughing it, you know what I mean, getting it to where you're at today, man. I
It's
feel
like I
like
have no business really complaining, bro. Like the shit that she's overcome in life is amazing, and for her to keep you know, the beautiful heart that she still has, bro, you know, amongst it all is she's just my hero, bro. She's just my hero. Um,
man.
you know, so yeah, she's big, man. You know, heavily influenced for sure by moms. But let's see, music wise, bro. Like, I mean, I loved Motown coming up. You know, that was huge for me. You know, being of Puerto Rican descent, you know, you know, Mark Anthony, Hector Lavoe, like a lot of these cats, you know, that my parents were bumping, you know, are big influences for sure. Um, Jay-Z would probably always be numero uno, just and not even just as an artist, but just as a person, like in general, just like you know, his story super inspiring. His music was so just like he talked to you. He was having a conversation with you. You know, um,
Cool. Right.
you know, coming from Brooklyn, I was born in Brooklyn, so you know that's a huge thing. You know how he is business wise. You know, and then he's got the baddest chick in the game wearing his chain, man. You know, like, you know, he's just one of those dudes for sure. You know, R&B status. You know, Usher, Maxwell. It's probably one of my really huge influence on me. You know, more rap. You know, Nas definitely was a huge influence coming up. DJ Quick was a huge
Oh,
influence
yeah.
coming up. Tupac, a really huge influence coming up. Ice Cube, son, Kill at Will. The funny thing is I bumped a lot of West Coast music when I
Yeah.
was living on the East Coast, bro. Like I'd ride my bike to school and it would be brick as fuck outside, like super cold, booger nuts like freezing to my face. And I would have a Walkman, the old school Walkmans with the little orange padding over the buds,
Uh-huh.
you know? And you know, when the little metal thing that came over, right?
Yeah. Are you talking cassette tape?
Yeah, you know,
Yeah.
just exactly, bro. And bumping like Ice Cube, Kill Out Will, bumping NWA, you know,
Yeah.
like that before I even came to the West Coast, you know, like DJ Quick, all of that shit. Like you know,
Yeah.
back when, you know, we had tapes and you wanted to memorize the song and you had to rewind, you know, rewind like a bunch of times to, you know, write it down, you know, so you could rap it like it was your song, you know. But I mean, even some cornball acts like Kid and Play, you
Yeah.
know.
Hey. Hell
Their
yeah.
movies, bro, their movies for some reason, their shit was dope back in the day.
Do the
So
dance, man. You got to do the dance, man.
yes,
Like,
slick, exactly, bro. Slick, you know, Slick Rick, E40,
oh
uh,
yeah. Oh,
you know, the Bay, heavily on with the Bay. So
too
you know,
short.
these little phases, of course, bro. Like these little phases of my life, just like you know, I can go back to them vividly in my mind and be like, yep, that was definitely a Bay time for me.
Like shit. Hell,
Spice One, all of those cats, man.
bars. That's
Yeah.
bars, man. You just named out some legendary shit. You know.
Oh yeah, bro. They all played a role, man. You know, so they're all kind of influenced. You know, they're all a part of my music somehow. You
Hell
know,
yeah. That's
so
what's up. Hell
yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
All right, I got a different question here.
yeah. What's up?
It's what's the worst advice you've been given?
Be realistic.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Be realistic. What?
Don't get me wrong, man. Sometimes I tell myself, all right, you know, we gotta be not naive to what's
Right.
going on. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
But I feel like whenever somebody's like, all right, let's be realistic here. It's like usually something that follows is something that like everybody's already fucking done already. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, but let's be realistic, and then it's like, let's be a part of the status quo, and it's like, shit, man, you know.
Yeah.
And even though
Yeah.
sometimes, you know, like I said, you don't want to be naive to what's going on. You know what I'm saying in your life, and you
Yeah.
gotta handle your business, right? Like I gotta pay my bills, and you know that's reality, right? But it's
Yeah.
like as far as like you know like getting after it in your dreams, like be realistic is like the worst thing you could ever tell somebody. It's like fuck it, go get it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, I respect the hell out of that
You
answer.
know, it's like go try. Like fuck, man. You know
Exactly.
what I'm saying? We
You just
got one life. Like you might as well, even if you fall on your face, like, yo, at least you got in the arena. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
you know, we can go and do those things, the other status quo stuff, you know, like that's a part of life, of course. You know, you got to make that and integrate that. But, you know, I don't think that's the greatest advice. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So,
Yeah. I like how you put it because if someone, I mean, people told me like, oh, that shit ain't gonna happen. You know what I mean? And it's like, fuck you. You know what I mean? That's all you want to say. It's like, bro,
right, right.
you live the life you want to live. I'm gonna try to go after what the fuck I want. You know what I mean?
Yeah, just, you know, this is the way I'm choosing to do it, and you know, I'm gonna go get it. You know what I'm saying? I don't care how stupid it may seem to you or whatever. This is what makes me feel good. Then you keep doing that shit. You
Yeah.
know. You know?
I mean, people really do got the nerve out here, but you know, I feel like that goes with the crab bucket effect too. You never know. You just gotta stay looking forward,
Yes.
you know?
Yeah. You know. I mean, you know, respect and you know, be kind. You know what I'm saying? Because I've had family members tell me that. I'm like, okay, yeah, all right, cool. You know, and
Right.
even you know, step parents along the way. You know, and I get it. You know, but you know, it's like, nah. You know, you gotta, as long as you cool with right here in your truth and you're aligned with yourself,
Mhm.
just keep following that North Star, man.
Right. Keep pushing. I dig it, man. All right. I'm seeing here. Oh, I got like, yeah, just a random one. What was the first concert you attended? Do you remember?
The first concert. Yeah, bro, I do. This is funny. It was actually a Poison concert
Nice.
in New Jersey. You remember? Yeah, I mean, shit, late 80s.
I'm actually I just turned 30. I was born in the 90s. I'm born
Okay.
in 90, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I respect that. I like Motley Crue and all. I don't know what it is, but that sound in that era was just like, fuck with it. It's dirty, you know?
Yeah, that shit was like the big that was like the sound back then, you know.
Exactly.
Uh you know, even though I was bumping like, you know, a lot of rap and you know, different, you know, R&B and even freestyle music too back then, but that was the shit you heard on MTV. And I
Yeah.
don't know what happened. I think it was a family member or a friend of a family member had some Poison tickets, and I remember I had a crush on her daughter.
Oh shit.
You know, one of those little crushes, and I was like, yeah, I'll go.
Yeah, for sure. I
So
want to just sit next to her, you know? What's
yeah, we
up?
got to go to a Poison concert together. It was like in New Jersey, so that was cool.
Hey, I was a date guy.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was a date,
so
man.
yeah, that was a long ass time ago.
That's what's up, man. Poison. I ain't never seen them. I ain't never seen them.
Yeah, man, it was and it was back when he was killing it too.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Back in the heyday type shit.
He was killing it for sure. He was on top of his game. So
Hell yeah.
super famous. A lot of people at that concert, man. It was good times, man.
Fuck yeah. Usually those ones are for real, for real. They
Yeah.
just getting turned up, get fucked up.
Yeah, I mean, I remember I mean, I was a kid, so I remember he came out in like some chaps and his
Oh,
ass show up. I was like,
you're like,
oh shit.
fuck is this?
Parents were like, yo.
That's a show though. Hey, you got
They
that.
were loving it though. The moms were loving it, you know.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You know they was. Oh
Close
hell.
their eyes. Oh shit.
Right. Out of all your videos, what's the favorite one that you've made? What's the end result that you like the most? Because they pretty, man. They
Yeah,
look.
that's a tough question, B. Just because you know how it is with music. Like whenever you make a song or a video like that, they're like your babies, you know.
Yeah.
It's like asking like who's your favorite child, you know.
Oh
Like
man.
with my kids, I always go, you are my favorite 14-year-old in the entire world, you know,
Yeah.
or like you know what I'm saying. But with the music, let's see the videos. I gotta say, I think still Breathe is probably the best one. Only, I mean the yeah, I mean Hunt. You know, shout out to Hunter, who he shot that video, shot and edited that video with me up in Humboldt.
Nice.
Went to like College Cove, and we were up in Trinidad, and but it just seemed like when that song came out, it was just such a perfect time for it to come out, and people just loved it.
Yeah.
And so, and I feel like during that time, like every time we looked at the news or every time you got on social media, it was like a lot of violence, going on. And I'm all for the marches, and I'm all for the protesting. I protested myself with my family up in Portland, and I was all for that. But they showed a lot of the flip side of that, and so it was every time you turned it on, it was like, they always show you the shit that the fear,
Violence and whatnot. Yeah, yeah.
that stuff, which was, it was so beyond that, but they always showed you that. So I felt like the video was a nice break from that. It was just like basically about getting back to the basics, bro, of just like appreciating the little things in life. And it's like, I don't know about you, but whenever I'm like in nature of any sort, my perspective, my problems get about, like this small, and my perspective in life just changes, because you just look at it. I mean, it's just a lot of beauty around, especially in that area. So I think it was just such a nice change for people, and it got a lot of love. I think because of that, it kind of reminded people of just getting back to the basics and getting back to, being right here and fucking all the dumb shit, and
Yeah.
I think that's still my favorite video because of that. I think it just gave us a break from that. I had fun filming it. It was my first song that I decided to come out with.
Hell yeah.
So, but I love them all, man. Shout out to Hunter. Shout out to Matt St. Charles. Who also filmed the other couple videos too. He did My Own Thing, and then he also did Control, which you were talking about that song earlier. Both super talented creatives, man. And so I love all the videos, but Breathe is probably my favorite one.
Okay.
Or
Yeah.
it is my favorite one.
Huh? Breathe and what?
It is my favorite one. So Breathe and probably Breathe and My Own Thing. I like, because My Own Thing was different than what I had already been doing. So
yeah, that was the one that we me and Melody K did the reaction for.
that's right. That's right.
Man, that shit looked good as fuck too. Like it sounds good.
Thank you.
Like, and then it's nothing whatever. But you look good. You don't look bummy. You look like like I said, a mature image. Like what you're spinning on right now, bro.
Right. Right.
Fuck you doing it, dude.
Yeah, thanks, bro. Thank you, man. Yeah, that was cool, man. When Melody hit me up about that reaction video, I was like, okay, that was real cool, man. I enjoyed that.
Oh yeah, man. I'm glad you did, dude.
It's always nice to get the love, man.
Yeah. Oh hell yeah.
Yeah, give it and get it, baby. That's how we are.
Get it while you can, because there's gonna be you got that love and you got that hate, and I'd rather hear the love all the time. I don't care about the hate; it's gonna be there. That's all.
Yeah.
All you said.
The yin and the yang, man. It's a part of life, all of it.
Where do you see yourself in 1 year?
So I recently just moved to Portland.
Okay.
So where do I see myself in 1 year? I see what's the word, bro? In harmony, bro. Like
Aligned.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And I'm always working towards that. I think we all are, right? We're all trying to get to that sweet spot in life. Like, we know it's never going to be like the dope all the time. And we know that it's not always going to suck all the time, but just that little sweet spot in life. I just see myself like really just being super duper comfortable, just in my shoes, man. And so that's on a level of, my family. That's on the level of my finances, and that's on the level of, my creative contribution to the world. Just all of that just gelling right in that sweet spot. That's the goal, man.
Okay, hell yeah. I got just a few more for you.
Yeah.
I once again value your time. Thank you, man.
Oh man, it's a pleasure being here, bro. It's a great way to start the day, man. I'm gonna have a kick-ass day after this. I know it.
Hell yeah. All right, well, I gotta get that's some pressure. I gotta get the good next fucking the next.
Yeah, let's get it, man. Let's get down. Let's do it.
All right. Who do you think would sound really good and mesh with your sound and your vibe?
With my sound?
Yeah.
Oh man. I don't know. I'm a big fan of SZA.
Yeah. Oh yeah, she's killing it.
She's super dope. I think, for the sake of dreaming, right?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. That's
That'd
it.
be dope to do a collab with her. But there is this girl, and I've been following her for a minute. I'm really into finding, probably like you too, right? You study a lot of artists that are on the come up, right?
Yeah.
Like
Oh
that's how I was with Logic, like
yeah.
I
Mhm.
was like on the Logic like way back in the days when my kids were little. You know what I'm saying? I love all his like old stuff. Like I watched him come up. You know what I'm saying? You just feel a
Yeah.
part of the journey. Anyways, this woman. Um, Her name is Ashley Own. She's a
Okay.
dope R&B singer. She's based out, I believe, LA. Uh, Beautiful person. But her music is dope. I think she does a lot of her own writing as well. But she just has there's just something about her sound that like I feel like if we made a song together, the shit would be popping. Like,
Hell yeah.
because she just has that like I feel like when I listen, there's certain people that like when I listen to, they pick because there's a lot of dope artists out there where I listen to, I'm like, oh, that's dope, hands down. But then there's certain artists that I listen to, I'm like, they pick the notes or they sing it the way that I would do.
Yeah.
But I'm
Just
saying the way,
yeah.
the way that I would play it on the keyboard or the way that I would sing it, they just pick those notes that like that you love.
Yeah.
And so she got that. Like for me, I'm like, oh damn, she's dope. She's really dope. I mean, she's doing big things. You should check her out, man. Ash Leon. She's of course on all the streaming platforms, but she got her YouTube channel too. She's dope.
Oh yeah. You know what? I have to do a real time reaction to that, man.
Yeah, she's got some dope songs, man.
Yeah,
She's
yeah, yeah. It sounds dope. I'll have to save that for one of them. That's what I like to do. Is anytime someone's like, "Hey, check this out," I was like, "What's it
Yeah,
called?"
check her out, bro. She's up and coming, got some serious buzz going on for sure. Like I already know. I'm like this woman. She's
She's
gonna
gonna.
like it's just inevitable. But I just like to like watch them grow and follow their journeys. You know what I'm saying? And like I'm like, ooh, yeah, this one.
I
So
actually did that with Smell the Product, like
yeah,
inadvertently. You know what I mean? Like not trying to hate on her, but someone told me about her. I was like, yeah, she's dope. And this was back. You can tell video quality wise when stuff is earlier, and then
yeah,
I heard something else from her, and I was like, oh, dope. And then she just blew up. Like, and I was dope, yeah, but she just blew. It's great.
yeah, yeah. She's amazing.
If
No,
you could tell your supporters anything, what would it be?
my supporters. First of all, thank you.
There you go.
Like thank you. Like
That's the answer right there. That's all they needed.
you know what's up, bro? There's so many of us out here, especially now that the game has changed, where you can put your own music out, and you don't need a middleman. Like you can do all of that shit on your own. There's so many of us out here, bro. Like the fact that anybody like fucks with my music and with my message, like yo, thank you. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
thank you. I appreciate that because like you know what's up, like these are the gifts we've been given, man, and the fact that we could share that with people and people fuck with it, like, come on, bro. Like, I'm ridiculously humbled by that sometimes, I'm like,
You have to be. Yeah, yeah.
yo, thank you. So that would be the first thing I would tell my supporters, and then I would be like, go stream my shit.
Hey, if you bored, man,
Tell more people.
just keep streaming it, dog. Keep streaming it, man.
Yeah, get it on your playlist.
And percentages add up, fam.
Please and thank you. Yes, yes.
Right.
But no, man, thank you, man. Is where I'm at fully with that, man. So, and that's all my supporters, bro. That's not even just people that listen to my music. That is like anybody that just has helped me get to this point in my life.
Yeah, yeah. Mentally, any of that. Yeah, yeah. I dig.
Bro, 100% for sure, bro. Some really good poop. I got a dope circle.
Hell yeah. Well, that's good, man. Sometimes you gotta weed out people that don't really have the same intentions for you as you do, and
Definitely.
so.
Yeah, you grow out of people, and no love lost, man. I got love, but I love it, man. My circle's gotten smaller, but it's just so much more genuine than it used to
So,
be.
yeah, that's how you need it, man. Like I work with hella cats, not knocking any of them. Do what you do, but
Right.
it doesn't work for you sometimes, and
Right.
sometimes it don't work for them.
Right.
So,
Yeah. Yeah. Nothing wrong with that. Just keep it
right.
moving.
If you could change anything in the music business, what would it be?
if I could change anything in the music business, you know, I mean, I don't know if I have the power to change it, but I mean, I wish I could just tell motherfuckers that take advantage of people, that take advantage of artists, you know, to move. I don't know, to think that they're getting over somehow, and you know what I'm saying, and get to some next level, and it's like man, this is people's art, this is people's life, you know what I'm saying, and it's like people that take advantage of people like that, I just, you know, they're gonna be a part of this world. I get it, man. There's always gonna be that, but I wish that I could just fucking talk to those people and being like, and just be like, why? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just be like, yo, like why? You know, like flip the script, like, and I think just in the world in general, bro. If we just flip the script and just kind of like actually like really helped each other, you know what I'm saying? We'd all be winning, you know.
That's what, yeah, people
When we
really.
try to get over on people, you know, I got no respect for that, man. So I wish I could either weed those people out of it or just have a, you know, I guess I got your platform right now to tell those people like, quit with that bullshit, man. Just
Right.
be fucking real. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
you know, either you can help someone or get the fuck on. You know?
It's that
Like,
easy. No, it
move
really
on,
is.
like, come on, man. You know, it's like, what do you want to be remembered for? Like, what are you choosing to put into the world? Like, I can't fuck with that. So
Yeah. Get that poison out, man.
it's just like there's enough sun out here for everyone, man. You know,
Right. Shady motherfuckers out here wanting that
like, come on,
sunshine
man. Like,
type shit.
you know,
Well, man, shit, dude. It's been literally a pleasure, and I thank you again. And I can't stop thanking you for being a part of this.
oh man, thank you for having me on here, man. This was fun, man.
Oh, well, I'm glad, man. And we'll have you on the podcast. Now,
Yeah, anytime you let me know.
oh, well, hell yeah. We do them every week. So that's, you know, that one we'll get at you for sure. And well, I try to get some good topics so we can, you know what I mean, talk about some funny ass shit, you know?
Oh man, yeah. I watched some episodes of your stuff. Not so much the podcast stuff, but just your reaction stuff. You guys got funny down.
Well, thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
the
you, man.
way
Yeah.
you and Melody go back and forth with one another, you got a good chemistry. So
Hell yeah, man. Well, I appreciate the hell out of that, dude.
yeah, man. Yeah, no doubt.
Especially coming from you, man. You know what I mean? So at this point, though, I would like to give you the floor, like any shout outs that you haven't given. This is a very considerate man, people. All right? This dude's been shouting out people the whole fucking time.
Yeah, man, because we in this together, dude. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like, come on, man. You know, it's like, might as, you know, we in this together. So, man, you know, let's see. Yeah, shout out to my boy, Real Presence Fitness. He just, I mean, he's got his fitness business right now going, and it's doing amazing things. I'm actually doing some life coaching alongside him with his business. But this is a dude I used to rap with. You know what I'm saying? So I watched him just grow as an individual, and just to see what he's doing right now, bro. Mad props, and I'm super proud of him. Shout out to Mock Fitness. You know, that's who I work out with. You know, in the mornings they be kicking my ass like almost 5 days a week.
Oh, good. Fuck yeah, man.
But you know, shout out to my daughters, Jada and Marina. They're kicking ass, man. You know that those are my babies, and shout out to all the up and coming artists, man. Or if you want to become an artist, like shout out to y'all. Like y'all got a dream, like fuck it, go get it. You know, like I know a lot of the times like we have these perspectives that we're like either we grow up with or we tell ourselves these stories, you know, where it's like, oh, what if we fail? What if we don't do this? It's like, yeah, I get it. And that's a normal place to be. But go beyond that, man. Like flip the perspective and be like, yo, what if it could be better than we ever freaking imagined, bro? Like, what if, you know what I'm saying? Like, what if I could make an impact with my music? What if I could make somebody's day better with my music or any, you know, kind of art you do? You know what I'm saying? Like, just, you know, shout out to the creatives, man. Just 100%, you know?
Shout out to the dreamers, you said. Fuck
Yeah, man. Yeah. So
that's what I'm talking about.
definitely, man. So yeah, that's all my shout outs. And shout out to y'all, man. Thank you for having me.
Well, shit, man.
And all your supporters, man.
I appreciate it, man. I appreciate you supporting us and you being a part of this. I won't stop saying it. You know?
Yeah, I hear you, man. I'm gonna stay following the journey for sure, bro.
That's what I'm talking about,
I
bro.
like seeing your shit on my thread, bro. It's cool. So
Hell
it's
yeah.
always done. So
Well, shit, man. Everybody go and peep that new track.
yeah, The Realness featuring my boy Track. It's a good one, man. It's just about more real life. So
It's about this right here.
yeah, about this exactly. So.
I'm feeling your vibe, I'm feeling your mind too. Wouldn't believe all the things that I think when I'm walking behind you, but it ain't my season. See, I got my reasons. I got 100 more songs to write, about 20 more books to read, and maybe then you look good now, you look good now, babe. Super fly now, super duper fly now, yeah. I'ma need a little time, I'm enjoying my days, I don't wanna just settle. Man, I hope you understand, I'm not trying to be the one